Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. Let me just move the camera. This is your reading for August 29th, Sunday. I think I look a little odd, but I'm getting used to my new ring light, and it has 3 different colors of lights, but I don't really know what they look like. Okay. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I offer IET, which is a healing modality. And I have a lovely line of astrology t-shirts. I also make one-of-a-kind t-shirts, one-of-a-kind fabrics. Please go check them out. My website is ripecolor.com. That's why the name of my YouTube is Ripe Color. It makes sense, doesn't it? We like when things make sense. Okay. And I was finally able to open the windows. Today's the first day I've opened the windows in probably 2 weeks. It's gloomy, but it's breezy, and it's not hot. It's warm. It's not hot. Gracias a Dios. Okay, let's see what's going on for Sunday. Away we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's interesting because, this is, sometimes I see this as the sun. Sometimes I see this card, or any of the pentacles, really as a sun, as something illuminated, as, a certain clarity, especially if I get the King of Swords next to it. And this card in particular, all the aces are about beginnings. The ace is a 1. And this is really like a new way forward, because the path, I talk about the path a lot, and the path, here's the path, and here's a vortex, and something is done. So I think you're very clear about what's burdening you. You've gotten very clear about what your burden is, and that it's time for it to be finished so that you can move forward. And it's like lesson learned. Lesson learned. You got really clear on the lesson, really clear on the experience, and you're no longer carrying it. You're no longer carrying it, and you're ready to get very clear. And, sometimes when you have a certain experience and it's not very pleasant, it's very easy to, schlep it around with you. It's like, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that at all, which is great. Yeah, you're not carrying it with you. Just like I said, it's cards, man. Yeah, you were living in some sort of an illusion. And all of a sudden you got real clear. Yeah. See, here's the sun again. You got real clear as to how to move. You're real clear that that's done. And it's not quite formed how you're going to move forward, but you know that you're moving forward. You know that that's done. Sometimes, you're in sometimes you don't have to have a plan before you leave, or before you let go of something. You don't necessarily have to have a plan. You have the inkling of something. What you do know is that that was an experience, and it was a little bit based in fantasy. And, you got really clear that was based in fantasy, and you're ready to get, passionate about something new. You're ready to get passionate about something new. And the interesting thing about this one also is that he takes responsibility above all the other kings. For me, he takes responsibility. So It's like, okay, maybe in the past, I put a lot of effort or energy or hope or whatever it is into this sort of fantasy, sort of illusion, sort of hope, and you're realizing it's like, this is not going to lead anywhere. This is, you got a little dose of reality, which is good, because now that you have a dose of reality, be able to get clear about how to move forward and what you are really passionate about, what really does make your heart sing, what really is the thing that lights the fire underneath you. Because it's almost as if you were, sometimes it's like, you get a job and you take the job just because there's money in it. And it's like, you don't care one way or another. And now you're like, you know what? This is leading nowhere. And I don't really want to do this anymore. And I'm really clear that this energy that I put into it, really, I'm better off taking my energy and putting it somewhere else. A little bit like that. So, yeah, it's completely done. It's completely done. You learned something. You really learned something, which I think is really good. And, sometimes we need to see where we're sort of living in a non-reality, believe me. This is the kind of reading I give myself every week. So it's like, okay, you got really clear. It's like, well, that was kind of a little bit of a pie in the sky. It was like, I kind of don't even know why I did it, but you did it for a reason. You did it to experience it, it's almost like, someone says, oh, you have to try this food. You have to try this food. And you're not going to like it. And you try it just to say, I tried it. And then when you have a conversation with someone, you can say, yeah, I tried it. And it's not for me. And I am clear about what is for me. A little bit like that. The great news is that you have an Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is like this illumination of a new road, of a new path, an illumination of a new path that is much more aligned with who you are, with what you like, with what you do, with what's interesting to you, with possibility of money, possibility of being able to access and utilize your gifts. So it's actually really good. And, so you did a little sidestep, big deal. Big deal. So you did a little sidestep and now you're back on the road. Okay. It's sort of like let's say you're on a diet, like I've been so good. So I've been eating all this, like, raw vegetables, la, la, la. And then I went and got cookies. So I got the cookies. It's not the end of the world. I ate the cookies and then I'm back on it. I didn't, jump off the abyss and eat an entire, cheesecake and then have cookies and then completely stop exercise. Like I didn't do that. It's like I did a little sidestep. And what I'm realizing is like, I don't even know if the cookies were worth it. I mean, if they were worth it, it'd be different, but they weren't, not this time. You want good cookies, you got to go to the bakery. That's the key. You can't buy that processed stuff. You got to go to the bakery because then it's worth it. So you had a little sidestep, but it was part of the process. It was part of the process. And the road ahead is clear. I think that's what I'm going to name it. The road ahead is clear. Got out of your system. Anyway, that's that. Have a lovely day. So, if you find that you want to like sidestep a little bit today, so sidestep a little bit, big deal. Big deal. You get back on the road. You get back, it's all right. Someday. Blessings. See you soon.